Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Nathan's Cadians. So the story that we've got going on here is that the Dark Angels and the Cadians were fighting side by side on this planet, battling against some Xenos forces and clearing the planet. During the campaign, the Dark Angels had a strong request of the Cadians to do something that is lost into the ether of time as to what it was that is being requested. But needless to say, the Cadians refused. They declined to follow the orders given down to them from the Dark Angels. So after the battle, Azrael came forward to redress them and solve this issue of their not listening to his orders. And the forces of the Cadians, also a proud force, were not going to have any of that either. So we had a battle of wills here, which became a battle of bullets. So that's the story that we've got going on. This is actually going to be, this is the continuing of Phil's road to the LVO. This is going to be some tournament prep here. I've got a brand new, or not brand new, but a tweaked list that's got some major changes, as you'll see in a bit, to what it had, but there's still the big core of what it's going on. So this is another possible list I might be taking to LVO. I wanted to give it a shot, and Nathan was very kind to bring all of the pain that he could with his Cadians to test it off against. It's going to be a rough list. You should see his list. Oh man, this is going to be a fun game. So we're going to be doing the ITC missions. We're going to be doing number 5 mission. As of right now, we chose our secondaries. I'll go over that now. So for me, I chose Headhunter, which means that I get a point for every character that I kill. I got Big Game Hunter, which is I get a point for every model that has a 10 or more wounds that I kill. And then I got Reaper, which is I get a point for every unit of 10 or more models in there. I get a point for that. Up to 4 for all of them. And that's what it has. My opponent has decided to go with Headhunter as well. He also went with Old School and Recon. So we'll see how all of that goes. So that's what we've got going on here for the story and for the mission. So before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be battling it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Azrael and a lieutenant with a power sword. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have 2 5-man reaver squads with grav shoots. We have a Primaris Ancient. We have a Dark Shroud with a heavy bolter. We have a Dark Talon. Then for the Spearhead detachment, we have a Talon Master leading us off. We have a Mortis Pattern Dreadnought with 2 twin las cannons. We have a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 las cannons. And last but not least, we have 2 squads of Hellblasters, 1 8-man and 1 7-man. And for the Cadians, he'll be running a brigade detachment. Leading off the detachment, we have Knight Commander Pask with a Lehman Russ battle tank with a las cannon and plasma cannon sponsons. A tank commander in a Lehman Russ executioner, and a company commander with a power fist. We have 6 10-man infantry squads. All of them have Voxcasters. All of the sergeants have chainswords. And 2 of the squads have flamers, 2 of the squads have grenade launchers. We have a Tech Priest Engine Seer. We have a platoon commander with a plasma pistol and a power sword, and a company command squad with a regimental standard, a medic, and a Voxcaster. We have 2 scout sentinels, one with an autocannon and hunter killer missile, the other with just a las cannon, and an armored sentinel with a plasma cannon. We have a heavy weapons team with 3 las cannons. We have 2 Lehman Russ squadrons, all with heavy bolters. One of the squadrons has a Demolisher and a Punisher. The other has a Lehman Russ Vanquisher and a battle cannon. And last but not least, we have a Vendetta gunship with 3 twin las cannons and 2 heavy bolters. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment here for the Dark Angels. I've got my Dark Talon in the back over here. I've got a squad of scouts up over here. I've got my Mortis Pattern Dreadnought there. I've got the 2 squads of Hellblasters. In between them, we have Azrael and the Banner Bearer. We've got my Talon Master sitting there with them. We've got the Dark Shroud up here with them. Another squad of scouts up in right outside the building over there, inside the train though. We've got the 5-man squad of Devastators. We've got my other lieutenant. We've got the 5-man scout squad over here, and then I've got 2 Reavers in. I've got 2 Reaver. The 2 Reaver squads are in Deep Strike Reserve. So going over deployment now for the Cadians. We've got his one of his infantry squads over here. We've got the Punisher tank. We've got the Scout Sentinel with the las cannon. We've got the Executioner here, which is his. No, that's not his war. That's the tank commander. Then we have the Demolisher here. We've got another 10-man squad inside over here. We have his platoon commander down below there. We've got the Armored Sentinel just over here. We've got 2 more infantry squads here. Inside the building here, we have his heavy weapons team. We've got his just one 10-man infantry squad. We've got his command squad and the company commander, who's going to be his warlord. He's given him the laurels of superior tactical training, which is his warlord trait, and then he's got the laurels of command, which allow him to give. Oh, both of those let him give like a whole bunch of orders. Is what it comes down to. Crazy orders. My Talon Master has the Heavenfall Blade, so that's the relic I gave him, and Azrael has to have the same warlord trait. We've got his Lehman Russ. This is Commander Pask over here, not Commander Pask. We've got the Engine Seer here. We've got another infantry squad there. The other Scout Sentinel with the autocannon is over here. We've got the Vanquisher, and we've got the Battle Tank back here, and we have the Vendetta over here. So that's the brutal Cadians that we've got going on here. He has nothing in reserve, so everything is on the table for him, so I've just got the 2 units in reserve. So as of right now, the Cadians are actually going to be going first. I finished deploying first, but he rolled more than 1 higher than me, so it would go to the Cadians unless I can seize the initiative. So I'm going to be looking for a 6. Show me that fill face. No, I do not get the fill phase, so we will come back to you after the movement phase for the Cadians here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here for the Cadians on turn 1. His Scout Sentinel, did he move in the movement phase? No, he just moved. Yeah, so he did his scout move up here, but did not move in the movement phase. This infantry squad here moved up over around here. This tank here stood still. These tanks all moved up a bit, getting better range, but all moved less than half their movement phase. Everybody in here stood still. His Engine Seer advanced back over to here. Then he spent a command point to combine those 2 infantry squads there. So they're moving up there. That's a 20-man squad there with 1 flamer. We've got the other squad stayed inside here. His company commander moved up around. Oh no, the platoon commander moved up around over that way. His Armored Sentinel stood still as well. Yep. And then this Scout Sentinel did its scout move, but then stood still during the movement phase. The infantry squad advanced up, and the tank moved up behind them. Oh, and the Vendetta's over here. So that is it. Yeah, that's right over there. So that is it for... Oh, by the way, command points. My opponent has... what is it? Brigades. So he's got 12 command points, which is mind-blowing. And I've got 8 command points, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. We'll try to keep track of it, keep you up to date on how many we each have. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the orders and shooting phase. All right, so this 20-man squad now is going to start us off in the shooting phase. 4 of them are going to shoot over here. It's actually these 4 of them from over there are going to shoot over here. The 8 guys in there that have the las guns are going to fire into the 7-man Hellblaster squad over here. And there's 1 guy on the far side over there that's got line of sight into my Hellblasters over here, and they're going to fire. So we're playing the ITC, and yeah, he gave him the order, 1st rank fire, 2nd rank fire, and we are playing the ITC rule where 1st floor ruins block line of sight. So that's why he's not just wailing into my scouts over here, because he can see him through the door, but they can't shoot him because of the ITC. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the shots that are going to go into my scouts over there. So he is going to shoot them, hitting on 4s. Pretty good. Oh, wow. Yeah, one of those fellas, that was good. All right, wounding on 5s. Not as good. So I've got the one roll here, looking for a 3-up since they're in cover, and he's good. And now all the shots going into that 7-man Hellblaster squad. These are going to be hitting on 5s because they're -1 to hit because of the thing. We'll come the Dark Shroud. We'll come back to you with that. And again, looking for 5s to wound, getting 1 wound there as well. So this is going to be a 3-up save as well. Nope, failed that one. And then the one guy into the other squad over there, hitting on 5s, getting 1 hit, looking for 5s to wound. Hey, that's a wound. And that's a wound. All right, so now his warlord is going to give an order to his last cannon bros here. They're going to have take aim, and on a 4-up, because of his warlord trait, these guys over here are within 6 inches of him. They can also hear that. So 4-up, no, it does not go off. So it's just going to be these guys. They're going to have it. What it does
he can issue a second order though.
And on a 4-up, he can issue a second order to them. No, does not go off. So he's just going to have the 1 order onto them. They are going to have take aim, which is usually reroll 1s to hit, but if they stood still, it means reroll everything. So we're going to have, because they're Cadians, because of the Cadian stuffs. So we've got 3 las cannon shots. Who are they shooting into?
They're going to shoot into the Dreadnought.
They're going to shoot into my Dreadnought over there, so it's going to be -1 to hit. So they're going to be hitting on 5s.
Actually,
1 second. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So 3 shots hitting on 5s. Getting 1 hit, but re-rolling everything because of the orders. Ooh, 3 hits. That is killer. So here we go. So we've got looking for 3s to wound, getting 3 wounds. This could be brutal.
Ouch.
All right, so looking for 3 6-up saves. Show me them fill faces. Nope, not getting any of them. So here we go. Looking for 3d6, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he is dead. Does he explode? He does not.
This is second
All right,
order.
so now his company commander is going to give his second order, using the Voxcaster to this squad over here to give them first rank fire, second rank fire. On a 4-up, this squad over here will also hear it. That does go off, so
yes.
Both them and these guys have first rank fire, second rank fire. And now
for the second order, he's going to issue.
And then he's going to roll to see if he can get a second order off. No, does not go off there. So it's just going to be the 1 order that he gets to roll here. So these guys are going to have first rank fire, second rank fire. Who are they going to be shooting
8 shots into those Hellblasters.
Okay, 8 shots into the other Hellblasters over here. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 5s because it's -1 to hit. All right, getting re-rolling 1s because of Cadians and they didn't move. All right, so that is still going to be 4 hits, not bad.
Looking for 5.
And looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. I put my dice back over here like a fool. 2 3-ups. Oh, failed 1, so that is 1 guy dead. So he dies. Let's see if he gets to shoot because of the banner. He does. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so he is going to have shot into the Valkyrie over here. Yes, Valkyrie. I got that right. So he's going to have Vendetta. Sorry, Vendetta. I knew it was a V of something. V4 Vendetta. There we go. That's what I should have remembered. So we got 2 shots. These are going to be supercharged, so they're going to be hitting on 4s because he's hard to hit. But I get to reroll 1s and 2s because of Azrael. All right, so I get 1 hit, 1 miss, strength 8, looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound, AP -4, so that just goes through, so he just takes 2 damage. All right, so now this squad here has also heard the first rank fire, second rank fire, and they're going to fire into the scouts here. So the first 6 guys there can see him, one of which is a grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is going to fire his frag grenades.
D6?
So D6 from the frag grenade. He's going to have 4 shots there. So he's just going to put that in with the regular las cannon shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he's out of range of the thing. So we'll come back to you with that. And then it's going to be 5s to wound over here. Getting 2 wounds. 2 3-ups because they're in cover. And I make them both. Woo! All right, so now his tank commander is going to give himself the order to gunners shoot on sight? Kill on sight. He's going to fire his heavy bolters into my scouts and his executioner cannon into my hellblasters over here. So we're going to go with the heavy bolter first, hitting on re-rolling 1s, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. Getting no wounds. All right, so now he is going to fire his executioner cannon into my hellblasters over here. He's going to do it twice because he's got grinding advance. So the 2d is it 2d6?
2d6.
All right, so he's got 2 shots. He is going to supercharge. So these are now going to be hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit them. Re-rolling 1s. Ooh, re-rolling 1s. Okay, so no hits, but no hits because of the -1, but he doesn't take any mortal wounds. All right, so now Pask is going to give himself and the tank back here the orders to pound them to dust, which allows them to re-roll the D6, the D3. Sorry, D3 shots.
D6.
The D6 shots for their guns. We're going to start with the one in the back there, who is going to start by firing into my Dark Shroud over here. So 2d6. He can re-roll 1 or both, so he's going to re-roll that one. So it's going to be 9 shots. We'll come back to that. All right, so these are going to be these are normally hitting on 4s, now going to be hitting on 5s because it's -1 to hit. All right, so it looks like we got 2 hits in there. All right, just taking out the misses, and then he's got 2 hits. These are going to be strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds.
AP -2.
AP -2, so we've got 2 5-ups. Nope, fail them both.
D3 each.
D3 each. Oh, 6 damage. Brutal.
Start with him.
All right, so now Pask is going to fire his plasma cannons, which are going to supercharge into the Dark Shroud, and the last cannon into the Dark Shroud, and then he's going to fire his battle cannon into my Dark Talon. So we're going to start with the plasma cannons first. 2d3. So that's going to be 6 shots coming from there. Do you want to re-roll them? You can now. Because of the order. Oh, it's only on the turret. Oh, that's right. It's only on the turret. I forgot about that. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 3s, but takes 2 mortal wounds because of the supercharge. But it's -1 to hit. So that's going to be 4 hits though. Strength 8. So these are going to be wounding on 3s. Oh, 4 wounds. Not good. Looking AP -3, so looking for 6 ups. I need to see 2 fill faces or he's dead, and then that's not gonna be great. So here we go. Looking for 6 ups, and I barely made 1, so he is definitely dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. And now the battle cannon into my flyer. He doesn't have the -1 to hit anymore, but he still has -1 to hit from, doesn't have the -1 from the Dark Shroud, but he does have the -1 from the hard to hit. So these are still going to be hitting on 3s.
Reroll them?
Oh, is there, yeah. Oh, this is,
pound them to dust.
sorry, pound them to dust. So he's going to re-roll that. So he's got, he's going to have 10 shots coming in. All right, hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so wounding on 3s. We've got 1, 2, 3 wounds there. AP -2, so we've got 3 5-ups. And I failed all of them. That's, what is it? D3 each.
But I still have
I am gonna, what's up? Oh man. I'm going to spend a command point on one of those. There we go, with a fill phase. So he takes 2 go through, so 2d3 damage into 6 damage. Killer. Seeing if I get my command point back from that stratagem from Azrael. I do not. All right, so now his regular tank here is going to fire his Vanquisher cannon into my Dark Shroud over there, Dark Talon over there. So he's going to have 2 shots because of grinding advance. Looking for 5s. Nope, both misses. All right, his Demolisher there is out of range with his main gun, but he's going to fire his heavy bolter into my guy here. So he did move, so he's going to be -1 to hit. 1 second. Yeah, -1 to hit, and then -1 to hit again because of hard to hit. So these are going to be hitting on 6s, getting 1 hit. So this is going to be strength 5, looking for a 5 to wound. That's no wound. All right, so now his Vendetta is going to fire. He's going to fire all of his las cannons into my Dark Talon, and he's going to fire all of the heavy bolters into my Devastator squad here. So are we going to go with the las cannons first? So these are going to be hitting on 6s because it's -1 for moving and -1 because he's hard to hit. Oh, wow, 2 hits. That's killer. All right, wounding on 3s, sir. Oh, getting 1 wound. All right, so AP -3, looking for a 6. No, it goes through. D6 damage, 2 damage. Gonna spend a command point to re-roll that into a 5, and he is dead. That is killer. Does he explode? He does not. And now the heavy bolters into the devastators over here, hitting on 5s. All right, that one's cocked. All right, so we've got 2 wounds there. Two hits, sorry. Wounding on 3s. Now we got 1 wound. AP -1, +1 for cover. They're good. And now his Punisher is going to fire into my Hellblaster squad on the left over here. So first we're going to do the heavy bolter, hitting on 5s. Oh no, hitting on, he did move. So yeah, so hitting on 5s, so that's no hits there. We'll come back to you. And then we've got 20 shots here from the Punisher cannon. Twice. So we've got the first set hitting on 4s because of grinding advance. We'll come back to that. All right, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds there. We've got 6 no AP, so 6 3-ups. And I failed 3 of them, so that means 1 guy is dead. Let's just keep doing the rest of the shots here. So we got 3 wounds so far. And then these are the second set of shots because of grinding advance. He moved less than half over there. So these are hitting on 4s. Alrighty. And then wounding on 3s. Alright, getting an additional 5 wounds there. So 5 3-ups. And failing another 2. So that's going to be 2 guys dead. Let's see if they get to fire. They both do, and they're both going to be firing into his Vendetta over here. So we've got rapid firing, supercharging, hitting on 3s, hitting on 4s because he's hard to hit. All right, so that doesn't get to reroll because the 3 would have hit before the -1, but that's still 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master there. So that is 3 wounds at AP -4, so he goes down another 6 wounds. All right, this infantry squad is going to fire into that Hellblaster squad over here. So he's going to fire the frag grenade, getting 4 shots from that one. And then he's going to have an additional 8 shots, right? 7. 7 shots? Yeah. 8 guys, yep. So 8 + 4, so he's going to have a total of 11 shots coming in here. 12, 4, 7.
And then 4 from the...
8. 8, yeah, 8 plus, 8 plus 4, yeah, so we're good. Sorry. I can count. Hitting on 4s, so we got, alrighty. So that's going to be quite a few hits there, pretty good. Alright, so these are now going to be wounding on 5s. Yep. Getting 1 wound there. 1 3-up. No, so that's another guy dead. Does he get to fire up at him? Whoop, stay on the board. Yeah, he does. So he is going to rapid fire, hitting on 4s, supercharging, rerolling 1s and 2s because of Azrael. So that's 2 hits. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master, thankfully. So 1 wound, AP -4, takes another 2 wounds. And now his Scout Sentinel is going to fire his last cannon into my Devastators over here. So hitting on a 4, no hit. Rerolling 1 because he's Cadian and didn't move, so still no hit. And now his heavy, Armored Sentinel is going to fire into my Devastator squad. He did not move, but he's not going to supercharge. So D3 shots with his plasma cannon, 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Ooh, 2 2s. And now his other Armored Sentinel is going to fire into my Devastators with his auto, auto cannon? Sorry, auto cannon. And the Hunter Killer Missile. So we're going to go with the auto cannon first.
4s.
Hitting on 4s. Okay, 1 hit there.
On a
3. That is a wound.
AP
-1 +1 because of cover there. 3 up. Oh, failed. Another Hunter Killer Missile on a 4. No hit there. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his squad here is going to charge into my scouts over here. I can't overwatch because of the line of sight blocking there, so he needs a 6-inch charge to make this. Oh, and he makes it. All right, on to the fight phase over here. His 20-man squad has piled in over here. That's the only charge, so that's the only fight we're going to be doing. All but 4 of them can get in there, but then the 2 sergeants from the 2 squads that combine there each have the +1 attack, and each have the chainsword gives them an additional +1 attack. So here we go. We're going to have 20 attacks coming in here, hitting on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, we got 11 hits, looking for 5s to wound. All right, so we've got 5 wounds over there. So we're gonna have 5 4-up saves. Failing 3 of them. All right, so now I've got my guys are gonna attack back. They've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. 1 second. All right, so we got 1 5-up. He makes it. And that is it for the Cadian's turn. I say it. That is it for the Cadian's turn here. So we are going to have morale tests onto my Hellblasters there. They lost 4 guys, but they're near the banner, so they're leadership 9. 4 plus 2 is good. And then the scouts up there, they lost 3, so 3 plus 6 is 9. Rerolling because of them, they shall know no fear. 2, and they are good. So that is it for the Cadian's turn here. He did kill a unit, and he does control an objective. So that is 2 points for his turn there, and he also has got 1 point for Old School for first strike. So he has a total of 3 points at this point. We will.
Also have 1 for recon.
And he does have 1 for recon, so because he did manage to get with that charge over there, got them into the quarters here. So he has someone in each of the quarters there. So we got an additional point for his secondary there. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. This scout squad stood still. My Talon Master moved up over here. He's within 3 inches of the objective here. These guys all kind of shuffled around over this way. So my 2 Hellblaster squads, Azrael and the Banner guy. My Devastator squad stood still, so did my lieutenant, so did the other scout squad there. I had a squad of Reavers drop in back there, and I had a squad of Reavers drop in over here, and that is it. Oh, and my scouts fell back up the building over there, so they ran over above there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, my Devastator squad here is going to fire into his Punisher tank back over there. So we've got 4 shots between them. Sergeant is dead. So 4 shots hitting on 3s. All right, so that is 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over there. All right, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that one. So that is 3 wounds. Do I get the point back for that command point? I do not. So we got 3 wounds, 3 6-ups. Fails them all. So D6 wounds each. Oh, 7 wounds. All right, now we're going to activate this squad here. They are going to spend the 1 command point on weapons from the Dark Age. Do I get it back? I do, which is pretty good. And then they are going to supercharge and fire into his Demolisher over there. So no one's in rapid fire range, so we've just got 7 shots here, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of Azrael. So that is 7 hits. These are going to be wounding on strength 8, so wounding on 4s. That is 5 wounds at AP minus 4. So that's 3 damage each. So that's 15 damage. So he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, now my scouts here are going to fire into his Vendetta. So we've got 10 shots hitting on 3s. Oh, hitting on 4s because he's hard to hit. Okay, rerolling 1s because I got 1-1 because of Grim Resolve. So I got 2 3 hits. All right, these are going to be wounding on toughness 7, so 5s to wound. Getting none, and not getting to reroll 2s or 3s. And then my lieutenant's going to fire. That is not a hit. This squad of scouts is going to fire into his Vendetta, so 5 shots hitting on 4s. They didn't move, so rerolling 1s. Okay, so that is 2 hits, wounding on 5s. That is 1 wound. 3-up save. He's good. All right, now I'm going to activate this squad of Hellblasters here. 3 of them are going to fire into his Punisher over there. 1 is going to fire into his Flyer up here. So we're going to go with the 3 into the Punisher over there. They're going to supercharge. So these are going to be 3 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Wounding on 4s because it's strength 8. Don't get to reroll that. So that's 2 AP minus 4. So he takes he's down to 1 wound. And then the one guy rapid firing into his flyer up here, hitting on 4s because of hard to hit. Don't get to re-roll the 2 3s. Doesn't blow himself up, but doesn't get to re-roll the 2 3s because they would be hits. All right, so now Azrael's going to fire into his flyer over here. So it's going to be rapid firing with the plasma part, not going to supercharge. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound, re-rolling 1 because of the Talon Master. That is 2 wounds at AP -3, so we got 2 6-ups. Failed them both, so he takes 2 wound. All right, so now my Reavers over here. One guy's in range of his Punisher and is going to fire into him. The other 4 are going to fire into the infantry squad here. So we're going to go with the 1 into the tank, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 6. No wound there. So then we've got the other 4 that are going to be shooting into the infantry there, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds at AP -1. 2 6-ups. Makes 1 of them. All right, so now my 5-man Reaver squad is going to fire into his into these dude bros over here. So we've got 5 shots hitting on 3s. That is 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Oh, reroll. That one's cocked. So that's 2 wounds at AP -1, so 2 6-ups. Makes 1. My Bannerman is going to fire into the squad over here, so that's 2 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound rerolling because of the Talon Master. So that's 2 wounds at AP -1, so 2 6-ups. And he makes 1. Wow. All right, now my Talon Master is going to fire his twin heavy bolters into his infantry squad here, and the twin assault cannons into his Valkyrie over there. Vendetta. So we're going to do the heavy bolters first, hitting on 4s because he moved. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. So that is going to be 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. Re-rolling 1s because of himself. All right, so that is 4 wounds at AP -1, so 4 6-ups. Making 2 of them. And now the twin assault cannon is going to fire into his Vendetta. These are going to be hitting on 5s because it's -1 for moving and -1 for hard to hit. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael, but not getting to re-roll 4s or 3s. So we got those couple 4s. So we've got 3 hits so far. Ooh, a bunch more hits there. There we go. A bunch of fill faces. All right, so these are now going to be strength 6, toughness 7, so looking for 5s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that is 2 wounds at AP -1, so 2 4-ups. Oh, and he makes them both. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, these Reavers are going to charge into his infantry squad here. So we're going to start with his grenade launcher guy. He's going to shoot a crack grenade. 6. Nope, no hit there.
Right,
so then we've got 2, was it 4 guys were in rapid fire?
4 in rapid and 3.
So 4 in rapid fire. 1 is going to be with a pistol.
No, pistol's out of range.
Oh, pistol is out of range. So we got 4 in rapid fire range, and then we've got 2 that are not in rapid fire range. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit, wounding on a 5. No wound there. So their charge distance is going to be 9 inches. Looking for 9 inches. Come on. And I get it. I needed that. We got the same thing over here. This Reaver squad is going to be charging into this infantry squad. So they are going to be firing Overwatch into me. So we've got, looks like 3 of them are in. Two rapid fire, 1 pistol, plus another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And a crack grenade.
And then a crack grenade. That's going to be coming here. So let's do the crack grenade first. Hitting on a 6. Nope, no hit there. And then we've got the two rapid fire and a pistol, and an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing there. So these guys also need 9 inches for their charge. Can they get it? And they make it in 2. That is killer. All right, so now my Hellblasters here are going to charge into his guardsmen over here. So we're going to do Overwatch. We've got one of his sergeants is going to throw a frag grenade, and one of them is his flamer that's in range. So let's start with the flamer first. So D6 hits, 3 hits, strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. We've got 2 up saves because they're in cover over there. And I make them both. And then we've got a frag grenade, which we'll just add into there. So an additional 6 shots getting added into the las gun fire that are be going on there. These are now going to be hitting on 6s. We'll come back to you with that. We got 6 hits, wounding on 5s. We've got 1 wound, 1 2 up, and he's good. So now their charge distance is totally in. And now Azrael is going to charge, getting at 6 inches. And now my banner is going to charge in. He is in.
It's okay.
And then these guys are going to charge in over here. Oof. Let's see. Yeah, they barely make it in, but they made it in. All right, we're going to start the fight phase with Azrael attacking in there. So he's going to have 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, so that is 5 hits. Killing on 2s, killing 5 of them. And now my Hellblasters are going to attack in there. They've got 2 attacks each. This is the 7-man squad. 2 attacks each. The sergeant has a 3rd attack. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's all hits. That is real good. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. All right, that one's cocked. So we've got 2 misses. So we've got that's going to be 12 wounds. So, 13 wounds. Sorry, 13 wounds. 13 5-ups. So he makes 4 of them. So that's going to be 9 dead. Now we've got 9 attacks from the other Hellblaster squad. Hitting on 3s, rerolling because of Azrael. All right. So that is 5 6 hits. Wounding on 3s. So we've got 5 wounds at AP nothing. So 5 ups. Making 1 of them, so that squad is wiped. All right, so the squad died. At the end of it, he left his 1 Voxcaster back over here, and he spent, the last guy he's taking off is that, so he's going to spend 3 command points for fire on my position. What it is that after a squad has been wiped, that was a Voxcaster in it, before removing that Voxcaster model, you now can do D3 mortal wounds on a 4-up to each unit within 3 inches of him. So let's start off with the Hellblasters over on this side. On a 4-up, that's a 4-up. So D3 mortal wounds, doing 1 mortal wound. Into the other Hellblasters over here on a 4-up. Yes, D3 mortal wounds. That's 3 mortal wounds. That's going to be 2 guys dead there. We're going to come back to them for the banner in a second. So going on, speaking of the banner. No, and into Azrael. Yes, D3 mortal wounds. Ooh, 3 mortal wounds to Azrael. That's killer. All right, so we're going to see if the 2 guys that died over there can shoot. They do not. All right, so now these Reavers are going to attack into here. They've got 2 attacks each. The Sergeant has a 3rd, and they each have 1 additional attack because of the combat knives. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Oof. Yep. Alrighty. These are going to be wounding on 3s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. AP nothing, so 7 5-ups. And he makes 2 of them, so he loses 5 of them. And then onto this Reaver squad over here. They managed to consolidate into the Punisher and the Scout Sentinel, but their attacks are going to go into the infantry squad there. So we've got 16 attacks from them, hitting on 3s. All right, that one's actually a little bit better. And these are now going to be wounding on 3s. That is actually much better. So we've got a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 5-up saves. And he makes 3 of them, so 6 more dead. All right, so now we're going to start with this squad over here. 1 guy is out of range. We've got 3 guys that are in, including the sergeant. So we're going to have 5 attacks coming in here, hitting on 4s. All right, getting 3 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. And a save with a felt phase. Woo! All right, so now we're going to start over here with the infantry squad. So we're going to have 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Pretty good. Wounding on 5s. Oh, no. Okay, no.
Nope.
1 attack from the sentinel.
Hits.
That is a hit.
Wounds on a 3.
That is a wound.
No AP.
That is a save.
6.
And then 1 attack from the Lehman Russ on a 6. No hit there. All right, so that's it for the fighting. Now on to the morale phase. We're going to start over here with this squad. They lost 7, so 7 plus 3 is the rest of the squad there, white. And then he is going to spend 2 command points to auto pass with this squad over here. So he's down to a total of 6. I'm down to 6 as well with my command points. So at the end of the turn there, I do control an objective. I did kill a unit, so I got those 2 points. At the end of the game turn, I control more objectives than he does because he controls this one. I've controlled that one since I killed off the objective secured one there. I control the middle one. I control this one over here, and I control this one over here. So I get the point for that. We both killed 3 units each because I killed the 1 squad over there. I killed the 1 demolisher here, and then I killed the giant 20-man squad in the middle there. So that was 3 units for me. He killed my Mortis Pattern Dreadnought, my Dark Talon, and my Dark Shroud. So we are tied on that. And the way the wording says on it, it has more of your opponent's units been destroyed this turn than yours. So according to that wording, we're good to go. Nothing. Neither of us gets to score the points because of that. I did manage to kill 2 squads. I got 2 points for Reaper for this 20-man squad, and I got 1 point for Reaper for the 1 squad over there. I also got a point for Big Game Hunter when his Demolisher was demolished. So I got the point for that, but nothing yet for Headhunter. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Cadians on turn 2. All right, movement phase here for the Cadians here. His Vendetta dropped into hover mode, stood there. This guy moved over here this direction. His squad that was in combat with my Reavers backed out. His other squad here kind of moved around so they can get line of sight. His Las Cannon Bros stood still up there. The command squad also moved out, and company commander I think moved a bit. Yeah, he moved a bit. He actually moved back out over this way so he could get line of sight. All of the tanks over here stood still. Engine Seer advanced over this way, running between all of these guys in case they get hurt. His Armored Sentinel stood still over there. His Scout Sentinel over here fell back out of combat. His tank here fell back out of combat, and then the platoon commander and the guardsman moved up over this way to look onto my Reavers. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, his platoon commander over here is going to give the orders to this squad here to take aim. So it's re-rolling 1s to hit. And then he is going to spend the command point for Grenadiers, which means that they can all throw grenades. So we're going to have everybody throwing a grenade except for the guy with the flamer who is just going to shoot the flamer. So we will be having, 9d6 grenade shots here. So we're going to do the flamer first. 4 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds over there. 2 3-up saves, and I failed 1. And now the grenade shots, 9d6. We'll come back to you with that.
34. All
right, so we've got 34 grenade shots that are coming in over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the order there. So, all right, well, so we've got just, what is that, a few 1s in there.
3 1s?
So 3 1s, so re-rolling those. All right, we'll come back to you with the total. All right, so we had 19 hits in there. These are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so there were 9 wounds in there. So we've got 9 3-up saves. Failed 2 of them. All right. All right, so now his platoon commander is going to fire his plasma pistol into my Reavers over here. He's not going to supercharge, so hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. Sorry, that's not a wound. All right, so first things over here, his company commander is going to order first ring fire, second ring fire onto his squad over there. So rolling on a 4-up, no, so it doesn't get hurt by another squad. But on a 4-up, he can give them a second order. No, does not happen. All right, so the squad is going to be shooting into the Reavers over there. They're going to have 37 shots between all of them there. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we had 20 hits, wounding on 5s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 9 wounds, 9 3-up saves. Failing 3 of them.
Trying to give it to.
All right, so now he is going. His second order is going to be to the last cannon squad. He's going to have take aim. So re-rolling 1s on a 4-up. He does get to go it. So now the command squad also has take aim. So now we are going to see on a 4-up he can give them a second order. No, does not get to them in second order. So we will come back to you with the order shooting. All right, so we're going to start off here with the las cannon bros. The 3 las cannons are going to fire into my hellblasters, and then the 3 las guns are going to fire into my reavers, 2 of which are in rapid fire range. So we're going to go with the 3 las cannons first, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s for the order. Oh no, re-rolling everything because they stood still. I forgot, and Cadian. So getting 1 hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up invul save because of Azrael. He's good with a full phase. Woo! And now the 5 shots from the las guns into the reavers. Re-rolling everything because of the orders. All right. That's your dice saying, did we stutter? That is what we said. Failed. That is no wounds. So now the command squad has 3 las pistols and 1 las gun into the reavers over here. Hitting on 3s because they're veterans. Re-rolling 1s because of the order. Okay. So we've got 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. No wounds. All right, so now he is going to give himself the order to pound them to dust. And he is going to fire into my Hellblasters over here because he can just see the 1 Hellblaster sergeant over there. So, heavy bolters first, hitting on 3s. No rerolls there. So that's going to be wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. 2 AP -1 +1 in cover, so 2 3-ups. And I make them both. Now the 2d6 shots from the main cannon there. He gets to he will supercharge, and he has to re-roll these. The results here. So these are going to be 2d6. You going to re-roll that one?
Sure.
All right, re-roll that into a 1. Okay, so he's got 7 shots coming my way. All right, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling that 1 because of the standing still because of Cadia. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, sir. So that is 6 hits, strength 8, wounding on 2s, getting all but 1 wound. So that's going to be 5 wounds. So we got 5 4-up invul saves because of Azrael. And I failed 1. Oh, killer. Let's see if he's going to get to shoot. He will. We'll come back to that. All right, so the guy was right there. He's actually going to fire into the las cannon bros there. So he's going to have his 2 shots because he's in rapid fire, supercharging. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Azrael. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds at AP -4, so that is 2 damage each. That is 2 dead. All right, so orders here from Pask. He is going to give himself pound them to dust, and he's going to give his other battle tank here pound them to dust. So these are now Pask is going to fire into these reavers over here. This battle tank is going to fire into those reavers over there. So we're going to start with this guy first. So we've got the heavy bolter first, hitting on 3s. Oh, hitting on 4s. That's right, because he's a regular guy.
Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s because he didn't move, but there were no 1s. So wounding on the 3. That is a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4-up. Nope, failed. Now we have 2d6 from the battle cannon. Wow, you want to re-roll that? All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because he didn't move. No ones, but not a whole lot of misses either. So only 4 misses out of 12, so that's 8 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 2s because they're strength 8. And only getting 1-1 there, so that means that we've got 7 total wounds. We'll come back to that. All right, so we have 7 5-ups coming in here. Looking for 5-ups. Making 4 of them. That's not bad. So there's 3 of them. D3 wounds each. So let's go, one at a time. We got the first one. Is 3. That's a dead guy. Second one is 2. That's a dead guy. And the third one is 2. Is a dead guy. Oh. All right, so now Pascal is going to fire into my other Reaver squad here. He's going to fire everything in there. We're going to start with the plasma cannons. These are going to supercharge, so getting 3, 4, 5 shots. These are now going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because of Cadians. Nope, no re-rolls needed. So that's going to be 5 hits. Wounding on 2s because he's supercharged. So we got 4 wounds there. These are going to be 4. AP minus 3, so looking for 6-ups. Getting 1, so 1 guy is left alive. For him to shoot with a las cannon. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And a battle cannon into his face. 2d6. Getting to re-roll those if he so desires. Oh, who does that? That's awesome. All right, hitting on 2s. Re-rolling 1s. There are no 1s, so that is all hits. These are now strength 8, so these are out now all going to be wounding on 2s. All right, so all wounds. So we've got 12. Let's just do them 6 at a time because that's the dice that I've got over here. If I fail, yeah, he did. I made 1, but yeah, he did. Womp womp. All right, so now his Armored Sentinel is going to fire into my Devastators over here. So he's got D3 shots. He is going to supercharge, so that's 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because he stood still as a Cadian. Oh, so he's going to... Slain. He is slain, but he still gets the 1 hit. Does not explode. Was that the...
Yeah, that was the explode.
That was the explode. So now the wound... That is a wound. AP minus 3 plus 1 for cover, so looking for 5-ups. No, failed it. So that is going to be 1 guy dead. All right, so now his Vendetta is going to fire everything into my Devastators over here. So he's got, we're going to start with the 6 las cannons. These are going to be hitting on 6s because he's wounded. Getting 1 hit. So that is going to be looking for a 2 to wound. Oh, that looked like a 1 for there for a second. 5-up save because it's AP minus 3 plus 1 for cover. And I get it with a fill phase. Woo! And now the heavy bolters into them. These are going to be hitting on 6s again. We got 1 hit. No wound. All right, so now his scout here is going. His scout sentinel is going to fire into my scouts. He's got 2 shots from the autocannon, hitting on 5s because he moved, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is no hits there. All right, so now his Lehman Russ Vanquisher is going to fire heavy bolters into my scouts and the Vanquisher cannon into my Hellblasters. So here we go. We're going with the heavy bolter first, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. AP minus 1 plus 1 because of cover, so looking for a 4-up. Hey, he's good. And now the 2 Vanquisher shots. 1 hit. He's going to spend a command point to reroll that. No, so still 1 hit. This is going to be wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up invul save because of Azrael. Yeah, he's good with the invul. Woo! All right, so that is it. No charges, no fights, but we do have 1 morale test because these guys lost 2. The last cannon rose lost 2, so he's going to roll for his command. But he's good on the leadership, so that's 2 plus 2 is 4, and he was at 7 near the banner there. So that is it for the turn here. He did kill something, and he does control an objective, so he gets those 2 points. I forgot to mention at the end of the battle round turn 1, I had 3 objectives that had characters within scoring distance of them, which gave me the bonus point for the mission. So that also had an additional point there. But on this turn, my opponent did not score. Let's see. He didn't score anything other than just those 2 points there. He didn't get any of his secondaries because he had, what was it? It was like Headhunter and Recon and Old School. So yeah, none of those got done here. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My scouts stood still. My Hellblasters moved up to the edge of the terrain over here. Azrael and the banner bearer moved back into the corner there. These scouts stood still. These Hellblasters moved up over this direction. Devastator stood still. Lieutenant stood still. Scout stood still. My Talon Master advanced. So he advanced over there. I rolled a 1 originally for his advance, and then I spent a command point to re-roll it into a 6, so he moved 22 inches over that direction. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now my Hellblasters are going to start us off in the shooting phase. I'm going to spend a command point on weapons from the Dark Age. Do I get that back? I don't. So now they are going to fire into Pask over here. They are supercharged, so we're going to have 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, so 1 will be dead, but the others hit. Let's see if he can shoot again. That's cocked. No, he does not get to shoot again. So we got 3 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1 because, oh no, they're not within range there of the Talon Master. So we've got, but I'm going to, no, that's okay. I'm going to get to take those. So it's 2 at AP minus 4. So 2 6-ups for Pask over there. AP minus 4? Oh no, he's got no cover. He's not, yeah, so he has it. So he's just going to take 6 wounds is what he takes. All right, I'm actually going to spend the command point to re-roll that wound. So it's going to be the, first we're going to see if I get that command point back. I do. Now let's see if I get the wound on a 4. I do, so he takes another 3. Now my Devastators here are going to fire into his Executioner over here. So we've got 3 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. So that is 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of the Lieutenant. So that is 3 wounds. AP minus 3s, 3 6-ups. Oh, he makes 1 of them. So 2d6 wounds. 10 wounds! Oh, man, that is brutal. All right, so now my Scouts are going to fire into his Vendetta here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of... oh, he's in hover mode, I forgot. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. But rerolling, that's a bunch of 2s that I don't get to reroll. All right, so that is going to be 5 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the Sergeant. So that's 2 wounds. It's possible. 2 3-ups. And he makes them both. And now these 2 Scouts are going to fire into him. Rerolling because of Azrael. So that's all hits because he's in hover mode. Wounding on 5s. Oh, lovely. And now these Scouts are going to fire into him. So that is all but 1 hit. That is 1 wound. That is a save. All right, so now my Hellblasters here are going to supercharge. They are going to fire. 1 guy's going to fire into his Vendetta. 1's going to fire into his Punisher, and 2 are going to fire into his Executioner. So we're going to go the 2 shots for the rapid fire into his Vendetta, hitting on 3s. Oh, thank God they're in range for Azrael. Rerolling. All right, so he's still going to die, but he does get a hit. Does he get to shoot again? He does get to shoot again. So we're going to figure this one out first. So it's a strength 8, wounding on a 3. That's a wound, AP minus 4, so he is AP minus 4. He's dead. Does he explode? He does explode. We'll figure all of this out in a second. All right, so it's D3 is going to hit my Devastators, my Scouts, and his Sentinels. So we're going to go with the Devastators first. D3 is 2, so that's 2 dead. That's killer. Oh, he's going to spend a command point to reroll that? Into 1. All right, so 1 of my Devastators is dead. Into the Scouts. 1 of my Scouts is dead. And into his Sentinel... 2 wounds onto the Sentinel. All right, and before we remove him, he's going to fire into the Punisher over here, hitting on a 3. Rerolling because of Azrael. Supercharging again. That's a hit. That is not a wound, but rerolling because of the Talon there. That is a wound. AP minus 4, so he is going to be dead. Does he blow up? He does not. All right, so he is dead, but the other 1 that was supposed to fire into this tank over here can't fire because I had already had to allocate it. So then the 2 left that are going to fire into this tank over here are going to fire. 2 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's still 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Oh no, wounding on a 4. Not re-rolling because of that. And I already spent my command point. Bromp, bromp. All right, so now my Talon Master here is going to fire his twin heavy bolter into his squad in the front over here, and then the twin assault cannon. He can see him through the second floor. See that big giant gaping hole in the second floor? You can see him over here, so he's going to fire into him. So we're going to go with the twin assault cannon into his executioner first. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he moved. I spent the command point on the speed of the Raven. The FAQ verifies that it lets you shoot, but it doesn't cancel out the effects of actually moving. So the heavy does take effect. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. That was cocked. Oops, sorry. All right, still a miss. So it worked out. All right, yeah, it was meant to be. So strength 6. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Nope.
Oh, man.
And now the heavy bolter into them. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that's 3 wounds at AP -1. 3 6-ups. No, fails them all. All right, so now my banner bearer is going to fire into these guys over here. So we're going to go with his shot here, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And then Azrael is going to fire both barrels from his combi plasma into them. So, but I'm not going to supercharge, so we're going to go with the plasma first, hitting on a 3 because he's shooting both. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. Rerolling 1s because of the hold on.
Yeah.
All right, he's in range of the Talon Master. I didn't think to check with the Talon Master, but he's barely in there. So rerolling that 1 to wound. That's a wound, and that's AP -3, so that is going to be a dead guy. And then the Mastercrafted bolter part hitting on 3. That's a hit. That is a wound, AP -1. That is a dead guy. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. My Talon Master is now going to charge into his squad here and into the platoon commander over there. So he's going to fire with the platoon commander here, supercharging, looking for a 6. No, it does not hit, but it doesn't blow him up. Then we've got the grenade from the sergeant. Nope.
3.
And then he's doing the frag into them.
They don't have crack grenades.
Oh, they don't have crack grenades. My bad. Sorry.
Only the grenade launchers.
Only the grenade launchers. My bad.
1,
So these are going to be, he's added 3 into these. So we got 13 shots into them, hitting on 6s, getting 2 hits, wounding on 6s. He's toughness 6.
No.
No, nothing there. So his charge distance.
Flamer.
Oh, and the flamer. Sorry, the flamer.
D6.
D6 hits. 2 hits. Strength 4, looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there. So his charge distance is 6 inches. And now the Hellblasters are going to charge into his Scout Sentinel. No hit from the las cannon. Charge distance is in. All right, so now on to the fight phase. We're going to start off with my Talon Master. He's got 5 attacks with the Heavenfall Blade. So we're going to put 3 attacks into his platoon commander and 2 attacks into the troop squad over there. So we're going to go with the 3 into the platoon commander, hitting on 2s. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. He's toughness 3. Toughness 3. So wounding on 2s because it's strength +2. So that is 3 wounds at AP -3, 5-up saves. No, makes 2 of them. So now you're going to spend a command point?
Yes.
He's going to spend a command point, making 2 of them. So here we go. He's going to survive because it's D3 damage. 2 damage. And then the 2 attacks into the squad there. Not getting 1 hit. Getting 1 wound, AP -3, so that's 1 dead. And now my Hellblasters are going to attack into his Scout Sentinel here. So we've got 2 attacks each, except for the Sergeant who has 3, hitting on 3s. All right, all but 2, not bad. Toughness 5, so looking for 5s to wound. That's cocked. So that's 2 wounds there.
4 up.
4 ups. Makes 1 of them, so he takes a wound.
1 first.
All right, so now his squad is going to attack in here. 8 attacks, hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 4 hits. Strength 3, so wounding on 6s. Getting 1 wound. 3-up save. He's good. And now the platoon commander is going to have 3 attacks with the power sword, hitting on 3s. So that's 2 hits. Still wounding on 6s. No wound. And then 1 attack from the Scout Sentinel on a 4. No wound. All right, so over here, his squad lost 4 guys, so that's 4 plus 4 is 8. They had a leadership 7, so 1 guy is dead. All right, and that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. So, going over points, I did kill a unit. I do control an objective. That means that I get the 2 points for that. At the end of game turn 2, I control more objectives. I control 3. My opponent controls 2. So I got the point for that. He killed 2 units, so he killed my 2 Reaver squads. But I killed his Punisher, his Vendetta, and his Armored Sentinel blew up this turn, which means that more of his units were destroyed this turn than mine, which gives me the point for that one as well. And I have a character on this objective, I have a character on this objective, and that character is within scoring distance of that objective, which gives me the bonus point for this mission as well. So that was a bunch of points. I also got Big Game Hunter from the Vendetta, Big Game Hunter from the Punisher. Did not get any of the Reaper points because that squad is still alive and this squad still has 2. They didn't have to take morale tests because they lost 2 and are within range of the banner, making them an 8. They couldn't fail. And all of his characters are still alive. Barely, but still alive. 1 wound on Pass, 2 wounds on the commander, and 2 wounds on the platoon commander. Oh, killer. So close. It was so close to being so good. And so close. But still, pretty good. I will take that. That was a good round. So we'll see if I can survive another round and get into some more shenanigans. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for the Cadians. This Scout Sentinel moved up over this way. These guys all kind of shimmied around over here. The medic brought back the Voxcaster for this squad over here. The Engine Seer came over here, tried to heal up Pask, rolled a 2 on the D3. He spent a command point to re-roll it, rolled a 1, so he got 1 wound back, and then he spent a command point on Jury Rig to heal him back. Another additional 1, so he's at 3 wounds. Pask is at 3 wounds. That is also the he is also down to 1 command point. These 2 tanks moved up over this way, 5 inches each over this way, so that they can shoot around looking at my Talonmaster over here. And then his tank commander over here stood still, so did the Las Cannon Bro. Back over here, these guys all fell out of combat, staying in range of the objective, but out of combat with my Talonmaster. And his Scout Sentinel over here fell back out of combat with my Hellblasters. So that is it for the Astra Militarum's turn of movement. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off with the orders here. We're going to start with the platoon commander, who's going to order himself to get back in the fight. So he is going to shoot into my Talonmaster over there. He's not going to supercharge, he said, right? So here we go, hitting on a 3. Ooh, good thing you did not supercharge. All right, so now Pask is going to order himself to pound them to dust, and he's going to order the Vanquisher back here to fire on my target, which is re-rolls to 1. So we're going to start off with the Vanquisher firing everything into my Talonmaster because he measured it out perfectly. He's just further away than my Hellblaster. So here comes the Heavy Bolter first, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Hitting on 5s because he moved. I forgot about that. Ones. But re-rolling 1s because of fire on my target. No hits there. Now the 4s from the main turret. Ooh, and re-rolling 1s. That's brutal. All right, now Pask is going to fire everything into the Hellblasters here. So we're going to start with the Plasma Cannons, who are not supercharging. So he gets 5 shots with them. So these are going to be, he's down to his last tier, so he's going to be hitting on 4s because it's 2 to 3 to 4. All right, re-rolling 1s because he stood still. So that is 2 hits. Strength 7, so wounding on 3s. No wounds. Last cannon on a 4. Re-rolling 1s because he stood still in his Cadian. No. And now the main battle cannon. He can re-roll it because of pound them to dust. Not pound my anything. Ooh, back into a 1. So that's going to be 5 shots that he's going to have here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s because of Cadian standing still shenanigans. Re-rolling the 1s because of Cadians. So that is going to be 4 hits. Strength 8. So these are going to be wounding on 2s. Oh, so 2 wounds. AP minus 2, right? Plus 1, so looking for 4 ups regardless of whether it's the invul or the armor. making 1. So 1 goes through, D3 wounds. 2 wounds, that's a dead guy. But does he get to fire back? He does. All right, so the front guy there is going to fire into his executioner over here. I'm going to supercharge. I get 1 shot. He's not in rapid fire range. Hitting on a 3. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, so now his tank commander is going to order pound them to dust into his battle tank, who's going to fire into my Talon Master, who's also closer over there. So we're going to start with the heavy bolter, hitting on 4s.
5s.
Oh, hitting on 5s because he moved. So that is 2 hits. That's pretty good. Strength 5, so looking for 5s to wound. No wounds. And the battle cannon. Getting to reroll if he wants to. And he does, back into the same one. At least it didn't go down this time.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're going to have 8 shots that are going to go into my Talon Master over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Not rerolling anything because they did move. Oh, okay, so we got 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound. 4 up invul save because he advanced. No, failing that. I'm going to spend a command point on that. Into a fill phase. Woo! And then do I get to keep the command point? I do not. All right, so now his tank commander here is going to fire everything into the Talon Master. So we're going to start with the heavy bolter. These are he's in his bottom tier, so he's going to be hitting on 5s, but rerolling 1s because he didn't move. All right, so 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That's a wound. Looking for a 3 up. He's good.
I can't.
All right, so now he is going to supercharge into supercharge his executioner cannon into my Talon Master there. So he's going to have 2d6 shots. Okay, so getting 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so getting 2 hits. Strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves because of advancing in Jink. Ooh, failed them both, so that is 4 damage into him.
So he's
all right, so the last cannon guy is going to fire into my Hellblasters over here. So he's in rapid fire range, so we're going to do the last guns first, hitting on 4s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. So just 1 hit. That is a wound, but that is a save. And now the last cannon. That is a hit. That is a wound. 4-up invul save. No, it goes through. So, D6 wounds. Yeah, it's a dead guy, but does he get to shoot back? Whoa, he does. And now he's going to shoot into the executioner before he dies there. That's a hit. That is a wound. No, that's not a wound. Ah!
Hitting on 5.
And now his Scout Sentinel is going to fire into the Hellblasters there with the autocannons. 2 shots hitting on 5s. Getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. So that's it for shooting. On to the assault phase. His Scout Sentinel is going to charge into my scouts. So the front, there's only 2 guys that can see him because of the first floor beam blocking. So we're going to go with the first guy there is going to throw a grenade, a crack grenade, hitting on a 6. Nope. And then the other guy is going to shoot 2 bolters. Getting 1 hit. Not a wound. His charge distance, 6 inches, should get him in. Of course he get in him. I just measured to see if he can throw a grenade at 6 inches, so of course that got him in. All right, so into the fight phase, his Scout Sentinel is going to attack in here. So he's got the 1 hit, or the 1 attack. Oh, he's going to scoot around over there. So he's got the 1 attack. That's a hit.
On a 3.
That is a wound. That is a save. And now my scouts are going to attack back. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound.
4 up.
4 up. No, he takes a wound. All right, and that is the end of the Astra Militarum turn there. I only lost 2 guys from my Hellblasters, so they don't have to take a test, and that is going to be it. He is controlling the objective, but he didn't kill anything. So he is going to have, at this point, that is going to be 1 additional point. He didn't get... he also got recon because he got that guy there, those guys in this one. This guy is over on this side, and they can split it off of there too, and they can obviously has it over there. So that's going to be an additional 2 points from this turn. So that's going to be a total of 8 points for the Astra Militarum here at the end of his turn 3. My Dark Angels are currently sitting at 14 points after 2 turns. So we'll see what happens during their turn. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. My scout stayed in combat with his scout sentinel. These Hellblasters stood still, so did Azrael and the Banner Bearer. The scouts stood still back there. Las Cannon Bros stood still over here. Lieutenant stood still. The scouts stood still. These Hellblasters moved up over this way to get some line of sight. My Talonmaster actually advanced, and then I spent a command point on Speed of the Raven. Did not get it back with Azrael's roll, so he's going to be over there. And I'm pretty sure I said it, but he also did that same thing last time. That's why if you're yelling at me for being able to shoot and charge with all that, that's what he did. He spent on the Speed of the Raven. Because we did talk about that. Anyway, that's what he did. So he did the Speed of the Raven, and that is going to be it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. We're gonna start off the shooting phase with these scouts shooting their pistols into the Scout Sentinel. So we have 5 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty, that's 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 4-ups. Makes them both. Now this squad here of Hellblasters is going to supercharge, and they are going to fire into his tank commander over here. So they are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. 1 will be dead, and 1 hits. Let's see if that guy... let's see if this wounds. So this is going to be strength 8 into toughness 8. So looking for 4 to wound. That is a wound. AP -4, so 2 damage. So he is dead. Does he blow up? Actually, well, he's not within. Oh, he is within 6 inches of him. Remember? So let's see. Does he explode? No, he does not. So the other guy. Let's see if he gets to shoot back. He does not. So now the Talonmaster here is going to fire everything into the infantry squad here. So we're going to be going with the heavy bolters first, hitting on 3s. Not getting to reroll. Hitting on 4s because he moved. Sorry. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that is 3 wounds with an AP -1. So that's going to be 6 ups. 3 are dead. All right, I just realized that there was a couple clips there that got messed up because of me forgetting to press pause and then going through my usual pausing to record and recording system. So I recorded a whole bunch of the in-between rounds. But to go over what has happened so far, he died. You saw that what happened. But Pask is also dead from the Hellblasters over here that fired into them. They used the command point for Weapons of the Dark Age, and they got their command point back for that. And then you saw him. He shot his heavy bolters into the squad over here, killing 3 of them. Now he's going to fire his assault cannon into them. So we got 12 shots hitting on 4s because he moved. Alrighty. That was a lot of misses. Wow. All right, so we got 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds. AP -1, so looking for 6 ups. Oh, but still enough to... just enough to take out the squad. I also have to point out that the Las Cannon Bros here, they fired. 1 tried to fire into his Scout Sentinel, rolled a 2 to hit, so he couldn't reroll for standing still and missed. And then the other one shot into his battle tank back there, rolled a 2 and missed and couldn't reroll. Also, everyone else shot like a bunch of bolters, so he's down to 1 wound, but he's not dead. All right, so now Azrael's going to fire into his Las Cannon team back there. He's going to supercharge because I live on the edge. So here we go, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3 +1, so AP -2. 6 up, right? AP -2? 4.
4 goes to a 7.
Yeah, but 4 goes to a 7 +1 for cover. Oh, they have 5 regular. Oh, so he is dead.
So.
And then my banner guy is going to shoot into the command squad over here, hitting on a 3. That is a miss, but rerolling because of Azrael. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP -1.
6 up.
6 up. No, 1 dead. All right, so that's it for shooting onto the assault phase. My scouts are going to charge into his Scout Sentinel. Overwatch with the Las Cannon. No hit there. So their charge distance is totally in. All right, so now my Talon Master is going to charge into his platoon commander, who is going to supercharge his plasma pistol on a 6. No hit, but he's not dead. So charge distance is totally in. All right, so now I've got 5 attacks with the Heavenfall Blade over here with my Talon Master hitting on 2s. Ooh, man. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. These this one I can re-roll. So that's 2 wounds. AP -3, so 5 up invul saves. He makes 1. So he's got 2 wounds left. Here it goes. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, D3 wounds. I'm going to spend a command point on that one. I'm not going to roll that die because that's going to go back into a 1. Everybody knows it. Oh, I changed the dice. Oh, what am I supposed to do about that? Oh, that one hurts. So he's still alive. Do I at least get it back? Oh no, I don't even get the point back. All right, so this squad over here that charged into the Scout Sentinel is actually being led by Jenkins over here. He's not the sergeant because he doesn't like to take the rules of authority. He just likes to go in there, kick butt, and survive. But he's going to get the first shot in because he was the first one in the front there and charged right in. So his attack into here. We're going to do his separately. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No wound. And then the rest of the squad. That is going to be 1 hit. And no wounds. And then this squad's going to go. Hitting on 3s. Oh, man. Not great. Wounding on a 4. 5s. Not getting 1. So I got 1 wound. 4 up. Oh, he takes a wound. All right, so now the Talon Master is going to get hit back by the platoon commander. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Wounding on 6s. Oh no, he got the 1-6. Oh no. AP -3. So looking for a 6 up because the invul save from Speed of the Rave from Jinking is only against shooting. No, it goes through, so he takes a wound. And now the Scout Sentinel is going to attack into Jenkins' squad. That's a hit.
3.
No wound. And this Scout Sentinel into this Scout squad. That's not a hit. All right, that's it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. So I killed a unit and I held an objective. So for my game turn, I scored the 2 points for that. Then at the end of the battle turn, I control more objectives than he does. I killed more units than he does. I also have 3 objectives with characters within scoring distance of it, so I got the bonus point from that. I also maxed out my big game hunter kills when I killed Pask and his tank commander. Those also got me 2 points for headhunter since they are characters. And then I also maxed out by killing that squad over there. That was maxing out on Reaper. So I've maxed out Reaper, maxed out Big Game Hunter, and I've got 2 for Headhunter so far because I couldn't kill that platoon commander. So that leaves me at 24 points right now to my opponent's 8 points. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Cadians here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Cadians here on turn 4. His Scout Sentinel stayed in combat with my scouts here. His Scout Sentinel stayed in combat with my scouts over here. This troop squad is moving up towards my guys over in the building. Same thing with the command squad, but the other troop squad stayed back there on the objective. His company commander jumped. Where is he jump? He's right up there with them. So he moved up over there. Vanquisher has moved over to this direction over here, but the battle tank stood still over there. Engine steer stayed back over, or moved back over here between them. And over here, his platoon commander fell back out of combat, staying within range of the objective, but getting over here so that he's out of 1 inch of my Talon Master. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. So starting off the shooting phase, his platoon commander is going to give himself the order to get back in the fight, and he is going to shoot into my my Talon Master with his plasma pistol that he is not going to supercharge. He doesn't feel like killing him off here. Hitting on a 3, that is not a hit. Nope. All right, the company commander is going to order first rank fire, second rank fire onto the squad in front there, and on a 4, it will also go to the squad back over there. Does go off, so those 2 squads are going to have it. Then he's going to roll a 4 up now to see if he can give them a second order. It does, so then he's going to give them
Bring it down.
Which is re-rolls of 1. So, so he's going to now,
4 up somebody else.
on a 4-up, the other squad can hear that too? No, so that is going to be it. So we will come back to you with that. All right, so now this squad is going to fire into my Hellblasters. One guy is out of rapid fire range, and the command, his sergeant is just in range with his pistol. So we're going to have 35 shots here, hitting on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so now these are now going to be wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s to wound because of bring it down. So these are going to be looking for 5s, re-rolling 1s into my Hellblasters. All right, there's a couple 1s in there, so we'll re-roll those ones. All right, so those did not wound. So what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds?
6 wounds.
So we've got 6 wounds. These are going to be 6. 2-up saves because they are in cover over there. Oh, failed 2, so there's a dead guy. But does he get to fire back? No, he does not. All right, so now the command squad here, who has that is giving them he got them the first rank fire, second rank fire, is going to fire in there. So there's the one guy with the 2 shots, hitting on 3. So that is 1 hit and no wound. And now this infantry squad is going to fire into the Hellblasters. So we're going to have the las gun first. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is a save. And then a crack grenade on a 4. No, that is a miss. All right, so now his Vanquisher, who moved, is going to fire everything into my Hellblaster over here. But he moved less than half, right? Yeah, moved less than half. So we're going to have the heavy bolters first, heavy blasters first. All right, that is 3 hits. Wow, pretty good there. So these are going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 3 wounds, AP -1. Looking for 3-up saves. Failing 2, so he is dead. But does he get to fire back? I don't trust those dice anymore. And that one didn't help me any better. And now his battle tank is going to fire everything into my Talon Master over here. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first, hitting on 4s because he didn't move. Rerolling 1s because of Cadians. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Not getting any wounds. And here comes the battle cannon. So we're going to have 4 shots between them. These are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Ooh, re-rolling 1s because of Cadian. All right, so we got 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Oh, 1 wound. Okay, here it goes. 1 4-up save. If I make it, he's alive. If I don't, he's dead. So here we go. 4-up save. Oh, I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that. I'm going to use a different dice because my luck when I use that is not good. And he's good with a fill phase. Woo! And do I get the command point back with Azrael? I do not. All right, I'm on down to 1 command point, and we are going to start the fight phase now because that's it for shooting. No charges. So we're going to have this Scout Sentinel is going to attack into my scouts. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is not a save. Then I'm going to activate these scouts over here. So we've got 6 attacks coming in here, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 5s. Not getting any of them. Bwah, bwah. And now this Scout Sentinel gets to attack in. That is a hit. That is a wound. But that is not a save. And then this Scout Squad's going to attack back. 1 hit. Not a wound.
Yeah, you don't give me.
All right, so that is the end of the turn here for the Cadians on turn 4. He killed a unit, killed my Hellblasters there. He does control an objective, and that is it. So we got those 2 points for that. I don't think he does have recon, so we did get a point for recon again. But that is it. No headhunter, and no old school, no points for that. So that is going to be it for the Cadians here on turn 4. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. My last cannon bros stood still. My lieutenant shifted up a bit, but he's still within 3 of the objective. These scouts fell out of combat with this scout sentinel, but these scouts stayed in combat with the scout sentinel. Azrael and the banner bearer stood still. My hellblasters from the other squad moved up over here. The scouts moved up a bit, and my talon master moved back behind that wall, but still within 3 of that objective, and that is it. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're gonna start the shooting phase with my Talon Master. He's gonna fire his twin heavy bolter into his platoon commander, and then he's gonna fire the twin assault cannon into his tank over here because he can see through the second floor there. So we're gonna do it with the twin assault cannons first, hitting on 4s because he moved. All right, not great. 6s looking for 5s. Getting 1 at AP -1. 4 up, he's good. And then the twin heavy bolters firing into his platoon commander. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Oh, wounding on, no, 3s, strength 5, toughness 3. So that is 2 wounds at AP -1. 5 ups. No, and he is dead. Lieutenant's gonna shoot his pistol into the scout sentinel over there. That is not a hit. All right, my last cannon bros, the one's going to fire into his scout sentinel. The other one's going to fire into his battle tank that hadn't moved there. So we're going to go into the scout sentinel first, hitting on a 3. That is a hit. That is not a wound. And now the second one into the battle tank. That is not a hit. Bolt pistols into his scout sentinel. 3 hits. 1 wound. 4 up. Oh, takes a wound. All right, we're gonna start out with the scouts shooting into the squad in front there. That's all hits. That is 3 wounds. 3 5-ups. Makes 2 of them. All right, so now the banner guy is gonna fire into the squad there. 2 hits. That is 2 wounds, AP -1, so that's 2 6-ups. No, 2 dead. Now Azrael's gonna fire with both barrels into that squad. We're gonna go with the plasma first. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of himself. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds, AP -3, 2 dead. And then the Mastercrafted bolter part, 2 shots. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound, AP -1, 6 up. No, 1 dead. And now my Hellblasters here are going to supercharge, and they're going to spend a command point on weapons of the Dark Age. Do I get it back? I do not, so that is my last command point. They are going to fire into his Vanquisher back there. So I got 2 shots hitting on 3s. That is re-rolling because of Azrael. Oh, back into a 1. That's 1 dead. Does he get to shoot again? He does not. So 1 hit, hitting on, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. AP -4, so he just takes 3 damage. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Onto the assault phase. My Devastator squad's going to charge into his scout sentinel. Overwatch. No, no hit. Their charge distance is totally in. And then my lieutenant's going to charge in. He is in. So starting out the fight phase, my lieutenant is going to attack in. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is, oh, hitting on 2, sorry. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound, which is AP3, so he is dead. Does he explode? He does not. And then 5 attacks from this scout squad. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Getting nothing. And now this scout sentinel will fight back. With a hit. With a wound. But I get the save. All right, so that is the end of the fight phase. On to the morale test. These guys lost 6 guys. 6 plus 3 is 9, so they lose 1 guy because they're within range of the banner. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here. I control an objective. I killed a unit, and that is it for that. And then at the end of the battle turn, I control more objectives than my opponent, and I don't have all 3 because I had to move him up there to try to kill that sentinel. So he's out of range of that to get the bonus point for the mission. But I do control more objectives than him, and I think I killed, how many units did I kill? Just the...
Or you killed the sentinel.
I killed the sentinel and a platoon commander, which is 2, which is more than he killed. He killed the 1 squad of Hellblasters, so I do get the point for that. I also got a headhunter kill with that one, and that was all of the points that I got there because everything else is maxed out. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Cadians here on turn 5. All right, so movement phase for the Astra Militarum. His scout sentinel stayed in combat with my scouts. This tank stood still, got healed up 1 hull point, or 1 wound by the engine seer, and this tank also didn't move, stood right where he was. This conga line is continuing up towards my bros over there. His medic brought back one of his lasgun bros from this squad here, and that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase.
So he's gonna
all right, so now his company commander is going to say first rank fire, second rank fire to the squad back there in the red. Looking for a 4. No, so it does not go to the squad in the front there. On a 4 up, he does. He's going to issue them reroll 1s to hit. And on a 4 up, will it get to the other guys? No. And now he's going to issue them first rank fire, second rank fire. He does, and the command squad also hears that with that 4 up. And then can he give them a second order? No, he cannot. All right, so the squad in the back here is going to fire into the Hellblaster there. We've got, 4 shots with las guns because of the first rank fire, second rank fire. So 4 shots with las guns, hitting on 4s. All right, re-rolling 1s to hit, but not hitting. So we've got 2 hits. That is 2 wounds, though. That is all it takes, 2 ups. But I make them both. Crack grenade. That is a hit. That is not a wound.
All right, hit him.
And now the squad in the front here is going to fire into the Hellblaster with first rank fire, second rank fire. 9 shots, including the sergeant there with his pistol, hitting on 4s. All right, and these are now going to be wounding on 5s. Oof, that's rough. And now the command squad that has first rank fire, second rank fire is going to fire into him, into the Hellblaster. So we've got 5 because there's 4 from the front guy with the las gun and 1 from the banner. The medic is not in range. So here we go. These are going to be 5 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Woo, getting 2 wounds. This could be it. 2 2-ups. Oh, and I fail 1. Company commander is going to fire his las pistol in there.
3.
On a 3. That's a hit. That is a wound. Oh boy. 2 up. Oh, and he's good. Now the Vanquisher is going to fire his Vanquisher cannon into the Hellblaster. Heavy bolter into the scouts. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first, hitting on 4s. Ooh, all hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. AP +1, -1. Going to be 4 ups. And I make 1 of them. Now the 2 Vanquisher shots hitting on 4s. That is 2 hits. Wounded on 2s. That is 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 4-ups from Azrael. Failed 1 of them, and he's going to be dead. Does he get to fire back? No. And now his Lehman Russ battle tank is going to fire into my Talonmaster through that 2nd floor window that I shot him with. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first on 4s. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. No wounds. And now the battle cannon. 2 dice. That's 6 shots that are going to be coming in here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Getting that 2 1s he gets to reroll. Oh man. So we've got 4 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Okay, so we got 4 wounds. I did not advance with him, so he does not have Jink. So he's going to be -2. So we're looking for 5 ups. If I can make 4 5-ups, he's going to live. If I fail any of these, he's dead. 4 5-ups? No, he is way dead. And he's not within range to kill anybody, so he is just dead. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. This squad in the front is going to charge into my lone scout over there. He is going to fire Overwatch. Rerolling because of Azrael. Getting 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. making one, failing the other, so one is dead. And his charge distance, we figured out is a 7-inch charge that he needs here to make this. And he just makes it with 7. All right, so now on to the fight phase. These guys are going to go first. So we've got 4 attacks between them. Going in there.
4.
Hitting on 4s. Getting 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting no wounds. So we'll just go into my attack back. Hitting on a 3. Nope, but rerolling because of Azrael. Nope. And now it's Scout Sentinel. We forgot about this guy over here. He's going to go first. That's not a hit. And then my guys are attacking back. Getting 3 hits. Wound on 5s, getting 2 wounds. 4 ups. Failing them both. And that is it for the Cadian turn there. So at the end of his turn, he scores, he killed a unit and he holds an objective. So he gets those 2 points. He also got a point for Headhunter since he killed my Talon Master. So that is going to be it for the Cadians here on turn 5. We'll come back to you for movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. They stood in combat with the Scout Sentinel. These last cannon bros moved up. Azrael and the Banner Bearer stood still. My Scout fell out of combat up a floor. My Lieutenant advanced up over this way. And these Scouts stood still. And that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, the Banner Bearer is going to start us off by shooting into the squad there. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. AP -1. 5 up. Yeah, 5 base plus 1 minus 1. 5 ups. No, so they are both dead. My last bros are going to fire into his Vanquisher over here. So we've got 2 shots hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s because he moved. Don't get to reroll that 3. But rerolling the 1 and 2, that's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is not a wound. All right, these Scouts are going to fire into the Scout Sentinel. Getting 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. 4 up. No, and he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. And now Azrael's going to fire into his company commander up here. He's going to supercharge, but he's not going to fire the bolter. So he's just going to be hitting on 2s. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3, so he's got a 5 up invul save. And he's good. All right, so that's it for the Dark Angels turn here. I scored a point. I killed a unit, so I got a point for that. I also control an objective, got a point for that. At the end of the game turn, I also got a point for holding more objectives, but we tied again on units killed because we both killed 2. I killed his Scout Sentinel and the 1 squad in there. He killed my Talon Master and the 1 Hellblaster there. So that tied. So that is, it leaves us here at the Dark Angels at the end of turn 5 have 33 points. The Cadians have 14 points. So we're now going to see if it goes on to a turn 6. Roll the dice. It does not. So that is the end of the game, folks, with a resounding Dark Angels victory and victory points, but not necessarily in models still left on the table. I'm left with what, 4 Scouts here, 3 Scouts here, 1 Scout there. So that's what, 8 Scouts, 2 Devastators, Azrael, the Banner Bearer, and a Lieutenant. So yeah, not a whole lot of 13 models, not a whole lot of models left, which is pretty brutal. 13 to 11 models. 13 to 11 models, but 2 of them are tanks at near full strength. 1 at full strength, 1 at near full strength. So yeah, that was a brutal game. That first turn was that my opponent had was just brutal. I just didn't know. I thought it was game over after that first turn. I was like, he took out my Mortis Dread, and that's what I was banking on to take care of his tanks. He took care of my Dark Talon, which I was banking on to take care of like his hordes of dude bros. He took out my my Dark Shroud that I was banking on to keep my Hellblasters and all of those guys alive. It was a brutal first turn and really well played. His target priority was like top notch. Like you could not choose better targets than the ones he did. And I thought it was over. I honestly thought it was over, but you got to play through, and that's when I buckled down, and right after that first turn, I was like, all right, we just got to go for points. We got to go for points. That's how we're going to win. So that's when I just started moving everybody. That's why I shot my Talon Master over here as opposed to keeping him with my main blob so that I could get those bonus points for the round. That's when I shot him over there to try to take care of things. I knew he was going to be in trouble by himself over there, but I knew that he could get me some points. And I mean, he got me a Headhunter point. He got me a Reaper point. He got me the bonus points over on the objective. So he got me a lot of points. And I think he is a far better option than a Razorback and a Primaris Lieutenant. So I was really happy with that. Even though he flubbed most of his close combat attacks with the Heavenfall Blade. Oh my God, hitting on 2s and he's rolling 1s. Oh, killer. But yeah, it was a ton of fun and totally brutal. So there were a couple crazy dice rolls both ways. But all in all, it was a tough match. And I like this list, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it some more thought. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is a better list than my previous list, the one that I brought to the tournament, and let me know what you guys think, because I'm still at a toss-up. I'm still going to do some more practice rounds. Maybe not for battle reports, since you've seen the lists and that'll get boring. But I'm going to do some more practice rounds and see what happens with them, and try to get a better grip on what I need to do for LVO, because it's coming up. I'm leaving 2 weeks from, or a week from when I shot this. It's a week from 2 days from now. So, and when this comes out, it's going to be I'll be at LVO in a week. So kind of crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this list. Let me know what you think I could tweak about it. I think my opponent's list was a severe hard counter to a lot of my lists. I know I had a bunch of las cannons, but if he gets that first turn, which he did, and I was still managed to pull it out, it felt good. It felt like I could have faith in my list to go on like that. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Nathan, and until next time, have fun.